You know what my biggest mistake was, man? Keeping it tall with you,
Right,
man.
right.
Child support.
It had you under pressure.
Still under pressure, man. You know what I'm saying? It might not seem like
Right.
niggas under pressure.
Right.
Well, I need help, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I get money.
Right.
Yeah, that's everybody know that. But the child support be slaying me, man.
Right.
I can't even live my life, man.
Right.
I can't even live my life, man. I'm supposed to be popping.
Right.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Troy. Welcome to the channel called No One Cares. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Watch it to the end. On this channel, we focus on male self-improvement, where we focus on becoming the best version of ourselves, guys. In today's video, I'm talking about a very important subject. I'm talking about child support, guys. And if you have any type of questions about it, or if you need some strategies on how to survive it, watch the video. If you have any questions about it, hey, just hit me up, comment down below, and we can talk about it. But in this video, I'm gonna talk about how to survive it, how to handle it, how to deal with it, because it hurts men. It's hurting a lot of men on a daily basis. A lot of men are stressed out. They don't know what to do. They're trying to survive. And there's a lot of young men who really still don't know what they're in for. Okay? So just watch the video to the end. Let me know what you guys think about it, okay? All right. Child support, guys. Now, child support is something that can really hinder a man. They can take your license. They can mess up your credit. They can do all that. But you gotta look at what put you in this position, okay? What put you in this position, so that we can avoid this position again, or prevent it from getting worse than it already is. Okay, the thing that started this is you getting in a situation with a female that you didn't vet good enough. You didn't investigate her good enough. Even if you vet a woman or investigate a woman or take your time to get to know a woman, the problem is they change. So it's kind of like if you got a gun and you're at a target range and you're trying to hit a target, right? If the target's always moving, it makes the target even more difficult to hit. That's the thing that you deal with when you're dealing with women. They'll tell you this is what they want. Then after a while, that changes to this, and now you got to keep changing. You got to keep trying to aim for that moving target, because they'll keep trying to change what they want, and you got to keep adjusting. And this happens with men in marriages. This happens with men in long-term relationships. And this happens with men who just have kids with a woman. A lot of times, especially at the beginning, she'll keep changing. And man, we do better when we do better like when there's one direction, when there's one way. Like, if you give us this agreement, we'll make this agreement, we cool. If we have a problem with this agreement, we'll let you know. That's how men work. We good when things are solid. But when you're dealing with a woman that's ever changing, because since she's emotionally led, you don't know how she's feeling day to day. So when it comes to child support, you've gotten either in a relationship or a marriage, or just gotten a female pregnant, right? And maybe and in this situation, women have the power. Now, there are ways that you can fight it through court, a lawyer, getting partial custody. Those are ways that you can alleviate the child supportive, or if y'all have an agreement on paper, make sure you have an agreement on paper. But there's a lot of men who are dealing with baby mothers that, and both of y'all can't get an agreement. Okay, I remember in my situation, the mother was so bitter she didn't want to give my son my name. That's just a bitter move. Women do things like that when they're bitter. A lot of times a woman will get mad because women will have a child with you to try to keep you locked in to getting in a relationship with them and marrying them. But a smart guy will know, hey man, this relationship ain't working. I'm not finna just marry a woman just because we have a kid. So if you're a smart man, don't marry a woman just because you guys have kids, because that'll make the problem worse. And don't keep having kids. If you keep having kids, now you're putting yourself deeper and deeper in the hole. Okay, guys? So just be real careful with this. I'm gonna get to the next thing. I want to talk to you guys about how to survive the child support. Okay, how to survive, because when I got served with the child support with the first kid, it was high. And then when I had a second kid, okay, not with the same one, with a different one. When I had a second kid a few years later, it got even worse. So if you are a man and you're dealing with child support and they're taking most of your check and you're trying to survive, I'm gonna give you some steps on what to do on how to survive it. Okay, all right. The first thing you want to do, you want to stay calm. You want to be cool, calm, and collective, and don't lose your cool. Don't panic. With me, I remember the bills was due, and when I got that first check after they had started doubling up my child support, after I went to court and had my second child, they killed me on child support. It's like my child support was already high and then it doubled. So you gotta stay calm. Don't do nothing crazy. Don't do nothing stupid, because this will really make things worse for you. So just stay calm, okay? The next thing you want to do is you gotta take action, because right now when a man's in a tough situation like child support, you gotta start using your brain. You gotta start coming up with a strategy. Okay, so you just got out of court, they just laid the hammer on child support, and now they killing your check. The next thing you need to do is get another job. You got to start getting another job so that you can stay back afloat. Whatever you got to do, it's time to get dirty right now. While you are getting dirty, you got to be try to start saving a little money and get things cool, because during this time, I'm sure you have a visitation schedule that you got to do, and you got to try to find another job, and that job has to work with your first job, and that second job also has to work with the visitation of your children. That's what makes this thing so difficult, because when they hammer you in court, they expect you to pay a lot of money, but also have the child a certain amount of time. So you're gonna have to smooth this out and get this going for a while, at least for now, until things cool off. Okay, now all of this, what I'm about to tell you, it kind of depends on the woman that you're dealing with. But right off the bat, right when you guys leave court, it's not going to be a good time to talk to her. Okay, she's not going to listen to you. She's going to have selective hearing. The only person that you need to be talking to is God. You need to be just pray and then taking action. Get that second job. Don't worry about the scheduling too much. Focus on getting the money. Right now it's about getting the money, because if you don't get the money, then you ain't gonna be able to survive or even be able to have a place for the children to come for the moment, because it's gonna cost money. Even if you change up strategies, whatever strategy you come up with is gonna cost some money. That's the bottom line. So the first thing I would think about is getting another job and coming up with a plan to make some more money. Okay, now eventually what you want to do is try to get a side business, or try to learn something on the side that you can monetize. Now that's going to take time, so that's why I say the second job, something that's immediate. I don't recommend, I don't know about under the table and stuff like that. That's something that you would have to do. But me, I would just get a second job, man. I don't have nothing to hide. I'm gonna work my ass off now. That's what they put on me. I'm gonna go ahead and work my ass off, and then I'll try to work on the child support later. In my next strategies I'm gonna give you guys. Okay, so continue watching. So once I get this second job, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to continue to talk to the mother, and I'm gonna continue to try to be a good father. So continue, still get another job, work your ass off, and still try to communicate with the mom and see if she's calmed down a little bit. If she hasn't, you gotta keep going, bro. You gotta keep grinding. Don't get emotional. And money might be real tight, but you got to keep going. Keep working magic with the second job and your visitation schedule, and then also look for the resources, the help you might have. Your mom, a family member might be able to help you watch your child or children while you working this second job. Okay, because you gotta get the money. That's the first thing right now, is getting money. All right, so you gotta work this second job. At the same time, staying in communication with the parent, with the mother. Okay, at the same time. That don't mean you gotta just kiss up to her, none of that. Just stay in communication with her. Okay, because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why next. All right, while you doing all this, the third thing I would say would be to start living a minimalist lifestyle. Because if you don't see the mom calming down, and if she's not talking about adjusting it at all, you got to go back to your way of living and adjust your way of living, so that you can still have a good mental, and so you can still survive. So if I was you, which I've been through this, I've done this, I would start living a minimalist lifestyle. So I would start cutting down on the luxuries. If I got to, I would start selling everything I got. Anything that's of value, I start saving. Because if the child support's taking your check and you're not making enough, or you're barely making it, it's probably an emergency gonna come up to where you're gonna need a lump sum of money. And if you're unable to save money, you're gonna need to put yourself in a position of where you can survive. In my situation, my car had went out, so I was trying to convert to the minimalist lifestyle, but I didn't in time. So my car went out before I was able to start cutting down my expenses. I mean, cutting your expenses all the way down. I sold TVs, I sold shoes, I sold any electronics I had, anything that I knew that would make money, I sold them, because all I was doing was working. I had gotten not only a second job, but I had gotten a third job. I didn't have time to watch TV. I didn't have time to play no video games. I didn't have time for nothing. I was sleeping in the car in between jobs. Okay, so you might have to get a third job. Keep in mind this whole time, God's watching. I mean, he's got more important things to do than to just deal with your situation. But what you're doing while you're doing this is you sending out to the universe that, look, I know I'm getting killed for child support. It's too much because I can't survive to live. I'm tired, but I'm working my ass off and I'm getting this money so that I can survive this, and maybe if I keep praying and working, it'll change in the future. So just don't just think that this is the end. Okay, just keep grinding and keep working, and just believe that it might change in the future. Because if you keep this mentality going in the universe, this grinding mentality, eventually something should come and help. And if you're not mentally okay and clear, you won't recognize the help. So help eventually come, but you got to keep grinding, and it may take a while. And while you're doing all this, you're maintaining contact with the parent, okay? Because one thing about women is they're emotional, and it's a moving target. So she might start changing up things, changing up the way she like things. She might start testing you. She gonna still test you a little bit about the child, like what she wants the child to wear and what she wants the child to eat. She gonna still be testing you. She gonna still be fucking with you, trying to see where your mind is, okay? So you gonna have to learn how to do multiple things at once. That's why the quarterbacks in the NFL get paid big money, because they can do a lot of things at once, and they can handle a lot of things at once. So you get paid more when you can do a lot of things at once. So while you're going through this child support shit, you're going to have to learn how to do multiple things. Work 2 or 3 jobs, communicate with the mom, make sure y'all are maintaining communication for the child. You're going to have to be, you need to be trying to learn something new, or come up with a strategy to make some side money so that you don't get below, fall in the negative, okay? So this is what you do. Go to a minimalist lifestyle, sell everything. Okay, sell everything. What's gonna happen, man, because a lot of times the mother may not believe that you're struggling like this. She may not believe that you're struggling like this. She's not going to change until she sees proof that you are struggling. A lot of times a woman don't believe it if a guy's struggling. Now, if you're not really struggling, then you're not really struggling, bro. But if you're really struggling to pay this child support, you need to show her proof that you can't afford the child support, you're working too much, and you're too tired to see your children. You need to try to show her proof. Because the reason why you want to show her proof is because she wants you to be in a good mental state when the children are with you. She wants you to be in a good mental state. And if your mental state isn't good, then that brings danger to the child. Okay, so the best thing to do is to just be straight up, get a couple more jobs, work your ass off, sell all your luxury things, and eventually the mom will start seeing that, look, man, this guy's struggling. I think my children's mother saw me struggle multiple times. When my car had went out, I used to come and visit my son in a Uber or Lyft. So that's how she knew that I was struggling, and I didn't tell her. You know, I didn't tell her that I came in a Lyft or an Uber. I would have a friend drop me off for his, or come and drop me off to visit my child, or a friend come and bring me to pick my child up or something like that, because I didn't have a vehicle. So the mother starts seeing me struggle. Okay, guys, this is you gonna, this is the only way. Once you get in child support, and once they make the verdict, and once it's all on paper, unless you lose your job so you can go in for a adjustment, unless she makes a lot of money and y'all go in for an adjustment or something like that, she's gonna have to see you going through the struggle, because A real mom is not going to want her child over her father's house when her father don't have a car, barely have any money in his pocket and stuff like that. Now, if you guys if you go down to a minimalist lifestyle and you have to get rid of your place, the next thing to do would be to get a hotel. When you are when if you don't have no place to live and you kind of living in your car, what I would suggest is to get a nice room on the weekends that you have your child. Okay, you can do that, and then when the children go back to their mom, then you can go back to surviving living in a car, showering at the gym, maybe going in your mom's house every now and then to do whatever, but then going back out to the car. The less you are around women, the more you'll be able to build your masculinity. You kind of want to limit your time around your mother and women, because what they do is soften you up and give you the wrong information. During this time is when you really need to be alone and building your masculinity and working on your survival. Okay, so if you can't, if the kids can't go over your mom's house and stuff like that, then I will get a nice room, and this will be another way for you to save money while you're trying to get things back on track. And eventually, the mothers should see that you are struggling. I mean, you don't got to just tell them right off the bat, but they'll see, and hopefully they'll understand and adjust it. But if they don't give up, keep grinding. Don't give up, keep grinding, because the man upstairs is going to see you grinding. Okay, guys, so I just wanted to make this video on how to survive child support. I just want to make this video for fellas who are going through what I've gone through, and just understand, when you have a child support system, she can change it at any time. She can adjust it high, put it back low, put it back high. And what you're gonna learn during all this is you gotta have AQ. Okay, so you gotta be able. People always talk about having IQ, but you gotta have AQ. So you gotta be able to adjust to different things, adjust to environments. You gotta be able to hit this moving target. And also, when you do get back on track, do what you can to show the mom that, hey, look, I'm still here. I'm still a good father. I'm still gonna try to do my thing. Don't ever stop doing that. Always keep trying to show her that you are going to be there for your child as much as you possibly can. And if you keep doing the right thing, this is in life, you keep doing the right thing, right things are going to come your way, guys. All right? Until you change your mindset, no one cares. Just know one cares, and he wants you to become the best version of yourself. I'm out, guys.